Hey, thanks so much, Brenda. Yes, so some road repairs are making it easier for drivers to get where they're going. But how do potholes get repaired, and how does the weather impact the entire process? So we're joined this afternoon on the News at 4 by Jennifer Berenger with the Ada County Highway District. First of all, welcome back.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Okay, so important to note, with all the snow and everything going on, ACHD still has the actual responsibilities outside of clearing snow. Potholes. For starters, what is a pothole?
Well, a pothole is really any disruption of the asphalt where a piece of the asphalt has come loose and creates that divot in the roadway.
What is the process of repairing a pothole? Because I know a lot of people say, okay, let's get these potholes just fixed overnight.
Yeah, actually, it's a fairly quick process. So as soon as we find out, we dispatch our crews out. And the process is you want to kind of clear the debris out of the way. If it's a rainy day, we need to dry that out a little bit. In the winter months, we use a cold mix. So it's a little bit different process in the summertime. But the cold mix is put into place. They'll rake it in and then compact it in. And so that process is fairly quick. We can get each pothole done within 30 minutes or so, depending on the size of the pothole. Slightly different process in the summertime when the hot mix plants, the asphalt plants are open, a little bit more of a permanent repair. But the cold mix works really well and it holds up for several years.
At what point, I guess, do you have to decide, okay, well, maybe it's too many potholes, we got to repave the area? I guess at what point do you make that decision?
So we'll still fill the potholes no matter what. If we know that they're there, it's too disruptive on the vehicles, we will still fill the potholes. When it gets to the point where there are a lot, then there's a capital project that's put in, and that's something that's budgeted for over time, and we do the whole roadway at that time. So it's really a balance in trying to figure out how bad is the road and doing that at the right time.
And the way you describe, filling the potholes, I would imagine if you have to dry them out in the winter months when it's cold and icy, I guess, how does that impact, the repair work?
Yeah, so it does slow things down, but for the most part, if it's snow and icy, our focus is on clearing the roadways. As soon as the roadways are clear of the ice, then we'll go in, we use a hot lance and heat the whole thing up and kind of dry it out. So it works.
Does ACHD ever have any tips or pointers to drivers or Idahoans? Like, hey, here's some things you can do to help prevent potholes, or do they kind of just happen?
They kind of happen, yeah. It's a natural process. As the asphalt ages, the asphalt gets brittle, the oils in it become brittle, and it's just something that happens over time. Especially in the wintertime, you have the heating and the freezing and the thawing cycles. It creates, the water gets into the asphalt, and as it freezes, expands, and you have an expanding and contracting, and it causes little pockets inside, and then as cars drive over it, it dislodges it. So it's a normal process, so it's important that we become aware of it when all the drivers see them, let us know so we can get out and fill it as quickly as possible.
Well, Jennifer, thank you so much for joining us here on the News at 4. There's other things we wanted to get to on potholes. We'll have to save that for another time, but we'll have you back soon, and we always thank everyone at ACHD. I'll just say on a personal note, ACHD cleared out my neighborhood. I had some elderly neighbors that were able to get out because of ACHD, so we appreciate the hard work and the 24-hour operations. All right, well, the News at 4 will roll on right after this break.